Welcome to our Stoic meeting. Today, we will reflect on an often overlooked yet powerfully influential aspect of our human interaction: silence. This silence is not merely an emptiness, it is filled with unspoken meanings that can profoundly affect interpersonal dynamics in surprising ways. Imagine yourself as the mythological figure Athena, not only the goddess of wisdom but also of just war, who chooses silence not as a retreat but as a moment of observation and strategy. Silence can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can serve as a shield, protecting our thoughts and emotions from the outside world. On the other, it can act as a sword, sharp and precise, capable of striking unseen, letting the absence of words speak more than 1,000 speeches. Athena teaches us that true power lies in knowing when to speak and when it is essential to remain silent. This video will explore how our wisely chosen silence can profoundly influence others, often forcing them to reflect on their behavior and the quality of their presence in our lives. Through examples from Greek mythology, we will see how legendary figures used silence, not as a sign of weakness, but as a manifestation of strength, control, and respect. Join me on this journey through stories of deities and heroes, where silence reveals itself as a tool of power and change. In the tranquility of Olympus's upper realms, Athena, the goddess of wisdom, meditates on the power of silence. As a warrior and protector of justice, Athena recognizes that silence is not merely an absence of sound, but a powerful message loaded with meaning and intent. In silence, there is deliberation and choice, a moment of pause before the storm, where decisions are weighed with great care. Athena teaches that silence can be a form of communication more eloquent than impetuous words. When she chooses to remain silent, it is not because she lacks words, but because her actions can convey a message stronger than any speech. Her silence serves as an invitation to reflect, signaling to those around her to pay closer attention, to observe more carefully, and to discover the hidden truth not in spoken words, but in those unspoken. This silence can serve as a powerful mirror, reflecting not only the intentions of the one who remains quiet, but also revealing the true natures of those who respond to this void. For those accustomed to constant noise and seeking approval through words, silence can be unsettling, even provocative. However, for those who are calm and collected, Athena's silence is an invitation to join her in deeper reflection, to consider one's actions and motivations with the same seriousness as one would face a battle. Through the myth of Athena, we can see how silence has never been a sign of absence or lack, but a full presence, a strategy that allows dominating chaos, not with the clanging of weapons, but with the calm and control of the soul. In our modern world, where words often prevail over listening and reflection, silence can be a stoic tool of great power, a lesson from ancient Greece that invites us to evaluate when to speak and when it is wiser to remain silent. This approach to silence by Athena not only influenced those around her, but also shaped the course of events, demonstrating that sometimes the most significant battles are fought not in the noise, but in quiet discernment. Cassandra, endowed by the god Apollo with the gift of prophecy, was, however, cursed never to be believed, and lived a life marked by the imposed silence on her truths, which remained unheard. Her existence offers a powerful metaphor on the nature of silence and the perception of unspoken words. Cassandra's silence was not a choice, but an imposed condition, which nevertheless conferred upon her a unique clarity of vision and inner perception. Her prophecies, though precise and detailed, were ignored, making her appear as a voice crying in the wilderness. This teaches us that silence, when suffered and not chosen, can transform into a mute cry that calls for attentive and aware listening. Cassandra's story pushes us to reflect on how often we underestimate the power of unheeded words and the importance of giving voice to those who have been silenced. Her case also shows us that silence can be a burden, but also a point of strength. Cassandra, in her isolation, became a symbol of resistance and perseverance, maintaining her integrity even in the face of general disbelief. This aspect of her character echoes in Stoic wisdom, which values consistency and mental resilience even in the most adverse situations. The tragic story of Cassandra reminds us of the importance of listening beyond the visible, of paying attention to those voices that, although ignored or diminished, carry fundamental truths. Her silence, laden with unspoken truths, becomes a warning never to underestimate the potential of what is not said and to always strive to understand what lies beneath the surface of silence. In a world where information is omnipresent and often overwhelming, Cassandra's lesson becomes essential. It teaches us the value of listening, of recognizing and validating others' experiences, even when they do not conform to our patterns of understanding or belief. Artemis, the goddess of hunting and protector of nature, is a symbol of independence and strength. Known for her wild and reserved nature, Artemis prefers the vast and silent woods, places where silence is filled with deep meanings. Her retreat into unexplored places represents not only an escape from the hustle and bustle of the external world, but a reaffirmation of her domain and power. This aspect of her personality reflects the importance of silence as a space for reflection and self-preservation. Artemis's silence is laden with presence. It is a moment to reorder thoughts, strengthen one's resolution, and listen to the subtle voices of nature that speak only to those willing to listen. In this silence, Artemis finds the clarity and strength to protect what she holds dear, showing that even in silence, there is active participation in the world. Her example teaches us that silence should not be seen as a lack of action or intent, but can be a powerful means of self-determination and control. In an era where being constantly connected and immediately reactive is the norm, Artemis's model offers a different perspective, that of silence as a form of resistance and a declaration of independence. Through her behavior, Artemis demonstrates that retreating into reflective silence can be an act of pure will and a clear message to those around us, indicating that our space and our thoughts are sacred and deserve respect. This form of silence is not an emptiness, but a vibrant fullness of inner life, a celebration of our most authentic essence. Hecate, goddess of crossroads and magic, is often associated with darkness and the edges of the known world, places where silence pervades with mysterious authority. Her mythological figure teaches us the importance of silence in decisions and significant life transitions. Hecate, with her torch illuminating dark paths, symbolizes how silence can guide the deep reflection necessary before taking a crucial turn. Her domain over crossroads metaphorically represents the moments when we face fundamental choices. In these moments, silence is not just an absence of noise, but a sacred space for thought and meditation. It is in silence that we can listen to our intuition, that inner voice often stifled by daily chaos. Hecate shows us that silence is a moment of potential and possibility, a time to listen and weigh options before acting. This reminds us that in times of uncertainty or change, silence can be a precious ally, a period of calm before choosing the direction to follow. This approach to silence, where reflection and introspection are valued, is particularly relevant in our modern life, where time to stop and think seems increasingly rare. Hecate's silence is an invitation to rediscover the wisdom of stopping, listening, and carefully evaluating before proceeding. Persephone, queen of the underworld and personification of the seasons, offers us a unique insight into silence as transformation and renewal. Her annual descent into the underworld, followed by her return to light, symbolizes the cycle of death and rebirth, reflecting the regenerative potential of silence. During the winter months, when the earth rests and all seems to sleep, Persephone remains in the silence of the underworld, preparing for the rebirth of spring. This natural rhythm of retreat and return teaches us that silence has the power to renew. Just as Persephone emerges invigorated each spring, we too can use periods of quiet to reflect, grow, and renew ourselves. Her silence is not inactivity, but a period of intense preparation, a moment when hidden energies gather for a new expression. In every aspect of life, silence can be a precursor to significant change. Teaching us to value these moments of pause, Persephone shows us how silence can be a period of deep introspection, where ideas mature and vision clarifies. Concluding silence, as demonstrated through the stories of these mythological figures, is not merely an absence of words, but a fertile ground for growth and self-discovery. It invites us to take the time to listen to our inner voice and to recognize the signals of life around us, preparing us for the changes and opportunities that await. With this, we reflect on how silence can transform from an empty space to a rich opportunity for personal growth and profound understanding. The stories of Athena, Cassandra, Artemis, Hecate, and Persephone have shown us how silence can be a powerful ally in our lives, offering spaces for reflection, growth, and transformation. Through silence, we can rediscover our inner strength and prepare to face challenges with wisdom and discernment. I invite you to reflect on how you can apply these lessons in your everyday life. If this video has inspired you, or if you wish to delve deeper into further topics related to mythology and philosophy, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and activate the bell to not miss our future content. Thank you for following us, and see you in the next video.